Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and I wanted to do a guide, potentially solo, for the Ascendant challenge for what we would be calling, I guess, week 6. I know we had the first week, and then we've kind of been on 3-week rotations of the Dreaming Cities Taken Infestation, or Curse, whatever you want to call it. But we are on the 6th Ascendant challenge, so this one is actually called the Cimmeran. I'm probably going to show you the name later. But we're going to do that one. It is located in Ray Sylvia, inside the Lost Sector of the Chamber of Starlight, and it's basically buried in the back. So that being said, there's also a platforming little puzzle in there I'm going to do first. So if you want to see that, I'll kind of put a couple timestamps for the platforming puzzle first off, and then the second one for the entrance of going into the portal and then working on the Ascendant challenge. Now, this one is kind of a difficult one to solo, so being high level will be important here. You're dealing with kind of a small platform, fairly powerful enemy, and some shriekers that are going to want to mess you up. I'm going to try and do this without something like Whisper of the Worm. That would honestly be probably my favorite thing to use here because those crits would make your heavy ammo really efficient. But I did get a Darcy recently, so I figured I would at least try that one. Maybe a grenade launcher. I'm just going to have to see what I go with. The Ikelo shotgun is a nice thing if you do have to do damage up, with a little elevation standing on something to work on this big knight that we have to fight in the end. The shotgun is really nice to actually use for that. So if you can get this one along, cool. If not, just anything you can to work some damage into it. You may want to get something like maybe a submachine gun or maybe an auto rifle, something where you can dump damage while you're still moving, because you're going to want to stay in cover basically the entire time. Now, it's up to you and whatever super you bring in. I mean, you could go Code of the Missile if you want to do your Ballistic Slam, cover some ground with Thunder Crash. I'm going to try and at least go Sunbreaker with the Hammer Strike, Melting Point, whatever you want to call it, with this tree as well, just to try and get a little bit of extra damage on that Night Boss when I can. The shotgun I got recently, so I've been using that a bit more frequently, but if you don't have it, again, something with range is important, so I'm going to go with my Go Figure Auto Rifle. It's got Outrage. Outrage, that's perfect. Put those two together, and that should be the perk. Outlaw and Rampage. Actually got a pretty good roll in this one, so this might be one of my first masterworks whenever I finally decide to do some of that at a higher level. But you are going to be dealing with some things at range, so you're going to be dealing with some hobgoblins and thralls and stuff like that that will be farther away. The last area is a bit closer up, and that's why, again, a shotgun would be a good thing just to drop some guys instantly. There's some phalanx. You don't want them to just kind of blast you off an edge and restart the whole thing. It is a very long Ascendant challenge, so it's not just like jump down to the end or run through 2 sections. There's a whole lot of areas that you have to like go through, and it's an A to B. It's not run to the center, do things, and then maybe you go off to the side like the one a few weeks ago. It's a very long A to B progression, so that is why something with some power and oomph is going to be important. I'm going to try Darcy, see if I can manage my ammo, and I'll show you guys by managing my ammo what I mean. But other than that, if you've got anything with like sniper rifle reserves, that would be good. I've got sniper rifle reserves, grenade launcher reserves. If you've got shotgun loader, that's going to be a good thing. If I was going to go rockets, that would be good. Here we've got linear fusion, submachine gun, bow, sidearm. This one's pretty much not doing me much at all. I actually should probably look for something that's going to benefit me here. Light arms, auto rifle. Really, I have squat. They're unflinching sniper aim. Let's just go with that. And pulse rifle reserves or scout rifle reserves. We'll do that. That seems reasonable. If you have anything that does void resistance, that's honestly probably going to be beneficial. Let me guess, everything I'm wearing is going to be solar. This will be perfect. There's some void, a little bit of tiny void resistance because the shriekers are void. Melee cooldown, when using your class ability, sure, but energy, I'll probably go with that. Special ammo finder, that's going to be more beneficial. And then if you've got a linear fusion rifle, cool, but honestly anything down here that's going to give you reserves is probably going to be your best bet to go with. So sniper rifle reserves, for example, and then another perk over here. Health begins to regenerate immediately after picking up an orb. If you have masterworks, that's beneficial. But if you're running by yourself, wait, why is this better? Health begins regeneration immediately after picking up an orb of light. Regenerate health each time you pick up an orb of light. Interesting. Well, I'll do a little bit there. So we'll see what ammo I get on the way, but I've got a lot of sniper rifle reserves, a little bit for my pulse rifle, shotgun, not a lot, but you guys kind of get the idea. So as we work through this one, I'm going to take you guys into the Lost Sector, show you where the jumping platforms are, and then we'll get going ahead. So first the Lost Sector and the jumping platform, and then I'll put the timestamp for the final portal when we get there. So jump on your Sparrow, head on over here, and then we will get going to the Lost Sector. Nice thing is, if you do have a rally flag, you can cap off all your ammo. So 28 Darcy shots that hopefully serve me well. If you're looking for the lost sector, it's actually down here in this little canyon. So once you come to this bridge, just so you know you're in the right spot, come over to these little grassy knolls, and then you can just jump all the way down to the bottom. Make sure you just land on this platform with these little stacked rocks, and you are good to go. So here's the entrance to the lost sector, and once I clear out the ads, I'll show you guys where the kind of jumping puzzle is at for the chest, and then we'll go inside for the actual Ascendant challenge. No, I'm not going to do the public event. Leave me alone, public event timer. So once you head around this corner, we have 1 or 2 ads first. Hobgoblin up here. And then you'll have some ads up ahead as well. So work those down. Again, this thing doing a little bit of rampage damage should serve me fairly well here. And quick kills with Outlaw, so that just... it's a great little combination of perks here. I'm very actually pleased I got this one. I don't have amazing rolls that I would masterwork a lot of, but this is definitely one of them. Grab my little tree, grab some ammo. Not too much is really required. These little buggers are over here. And that's why melee is going to serve you well. Apparently heavy is going to drop right now. I'll be in the Ascendant challenge and I won't see any of it, but that's fine. Come up here and we are in the main platform, so now you can start working some ads down. However you feel to work them down. Or if they're going to run back, that's cool too. Outlaw does really boost that reload time though, and as these guys are so twitchy, if you miss, well, you know, shoot somebody, reload, and you're still good. It lasts decently long enough too that you can really take advantage of it more frequently than a lot of perks. There's some perks that are so fast you really can't get much use out of them, which is kind of a bummer to me. This one, on the other hand, seems to get quite a bit of use. So as I got Rampage up, I need to go find the wizard over here. Or kill some of these guys first. Alright, so we got some ads up here. Let me drop his shield down and then start working him down. I'm going to put a grenade up there just to get some progress on it. See if I can get something working. And here we go. Try and get some of this damage down. Once you get it low enough, the wizard will start running away a little bit, so you might actually have to chase it, which is kind of part of it. Hobgoblin up there. Be careful about those little shots of doom. Same thing on that one. And apparently there's one up here. Psych. Moved out of the way. And final ads. If you get a full reload, I'll take my rampage times 3 here so I can work them down. Or I'll just keep getting my rampage, or I'm gonna die. One of the two. Don't die. That's probably advised. I'm just gonna go crazy on ammo right now, which is great. Fastest reloads ever at the moment. Alright, at some point I'm actually gonna kill the wizard, I promise. Come on, we're almost done. You get it close enough where I actually kill it, it does seem to spawn more ads, and you'll notice those come out to play a little bit later. Or they're just like the random last 2 stragglers. Alright, so 2 pieces. Once you're in this room, kind of the big open room, the wizard is over there, the chest is over there. The platforming puzzle part, if you're on this kind of one final circular thing that's kind of opposite the balcony over there, go ahead and pop your tincture. We're going to try and do this somewhat efficiently so we can do both. Go ahead and use this. And we're going to hit the jumping puzzle first. And then we're going to go into the Ascendant. You can see the portal back there, very obvious now, but you can also see the start of the jumping puzzle. And it is one big circle going up and up and up. So work your way around the big circle. I went too far. Turn around the other way. Sorry. You climb rather high in this one, so hopefully you're not afraid of heights, because you're going to be going up for a while. And if you think you're there, you're not even close yet. They're not the biggest of platforms to land on, I will definitely say that. Almost overshot a couple of them. And we're about here. And it is up on top of this bridge. So, not easy to get to, but there you go. That is one of your hidden chests if you're looking for that one. And now, since you're up top anyway, you can probably fall down, catch yourself on one of these platforms, and work your way into the portal. Alright, so once you come into the portal, this is the Cimmeran Garrison. you're going to have 3 knights that spawn around you, Abyssal Champions. Now, if you need to do any of those for a purification ritual, which I went through and killed them all, do that first. Then you may need to go get another tincture of Queen's Foil or even bring some with you. But the idea here is actually going to be that these are the knights that you need to kill so you can actually get your purification ritual. Now you'll notice they're not that fast because I was literally in my menu the entire time and I'm still fine. So once you come in here, they will spawn around and kind of move. They're not the fastest. They will spawn in front of you. You can shoot them, but they got a lot of health. But if you need to do the purification ritual, kill them first because you may as well get them out of the way when they're easy to kill. Now, I wouldn't blow all your heavy ammo unless you plan on coming in here a second time. If you're just going for the Ascendant challenge, just skip them. Easy thing I can tell you. Just go right on over and move forward. So here's where something at range is going to be beneficial. So taking out those hobgoblins, taking out these ads, should work pretty well. And you can work your way around the platform. You can jump up onto it. One thing to note. Sorry, had to mute for a second there. There are many of these little things that want to blast you off edges, so just be aware that they're out there, and just be careful where you're running. You don't want to get overwhelmed and blasted off and be 2/3 through this thing and get shot off the map. It's a really bad way to go down. So, at this point, the only piece of lore I found, I'll show you guys where it's at. I already did pick it up. Just trying not to get blasted. But as you work forward, those knights that were in the beginning will actually slowly start to chase you through this map. So that is why killing them is not really going to matter, because they will come back at a second point, and they will kind of come back with a vengeance, so it doesn't really matter. So that's why killing them at first is not worth just like blowing all your heavy ammo, because you're going to have to see them again anyway. But if you do need to kill the knights for the Ascendant challenge, I would probably do it when they're slow in the beginning, and then probably redo the Ascendant challenge so you can skip it. So yeah, you might go through a couple tinctures this week, but you'll be alright. So once you're up here, again, try and take these streakers out quick. These ones are easier, the ones later on, not so much when they're on the final platform. Hopefully I don't get to the final platform and die, but we will see what happens in that final platform. It's going to take a whole lot of being careful, I can promise you that. Now behind me are the knights. I told you they will chase you, and they straight up do. They're slow, so they're going to silently chase you. The one thing they can't do, notice they stand absolutely still when you're not on their plane. If I stand here, they can walk towards me, albeit very slowly. But if you are on their level, they can kind of slowly walk to you, and they will catch you off guard, believe me. So let's work forward here. And you want to go this direction. Keep kind of following the general light. I know that was probably confusing, but central platform, work around it. There's the knights. They just be chilling. They're not going to do too much for a little while. But once you get far enough ahead, they kind of take their helm off, and then they start to get a little angry. Nope, haven't done Gravetide yet. You are safe. Alright, so here, again, same principle. Just these guys. So work your way forward. Once you get to kind of around this corner, I'll show you guys where the piece of lore is at. You're going to have some more thralls coming at you. They're really not that bad. They're just really twitchy. Like that. You can punch them, actually, for some reason. Punching works well. But be careful, the knights are still coming. Slow, creepy villain walk, if you would imagine. And work your way forward. And again, just try and stay elevated. So here we're going to have some phalanx. I feel like I may have missed a piece of lore. If that's the case, I will actually run back real quick and get it. But I still feel like it's actually up ahead. Hey, what do you know? Heavy ammo when I don't need it. I could kill the Ascendant Knights, but there's not much of a point. Now here, you'll notice their helm has changed, and they're also faster. So at this point, stay vertical, and don't stand still for very long. Once you get to this point, once the knights have changed, you're going to want to go to the left. Now this seems a little treacherous because, well, guess what? The knights are faster, but they can't follow you here, and then they just straight up stop, so they can chill out. Now their heads are exposed, so they take a little bit more damage, but you still don't need to kill them unless you want to. The piece of lore will literally be right here at the end of this platform. So if you're looking out over this ledge, it should be right here at the bottom. Basically, when the knights change, go left, and you should find it. Now, I still need to work my way around and kind of up to the fun platform up there. So you might wait for them to actually disappear. Gives you a little chance to run. Just be careful as you do. Make sure you're not going to get blasted off by any rocks. Now, occasionally you're going to see these little things. They hurt. Actually kind of hit you pretty hard. And they're quick at firing. The knights are also chasing me, so be aware you don't need to just stand still while you're progressing up this. You're going to have some Shadow Thrall that come out at one point. This part up here, you're going to have these guys. So watch them. Don't stand still for long. If that, portal over there blasts out, just be careful. They're still pretty much on my butt, so you got to be moving pretty quick. Now this part they don't seem to want to follow. If you get to this section, you would be safe. Couple safe places to stand right here on this ledge. Most things are going up or sideways. And the other place I jump when everything kind of goes back and forth, I try and go up and over, which kind of worked, I guess. And then you'll be good to go. So now they're going to close in again. So again, you got to keep moving, got to keep running. Gonna have some more thrall on the way up. Try not to spend too much time shooting them. If you can kill them on the way up, great. If you don't, no big deal. But as you notice, the knights are still right on my tail. Couple shots and I will just absolutely go down. There's not much out there, so keep heading this way. And this is going to be your first kind of safe section. I say safe in the relative sense that you have to deal with jumping as opposed to knights. Now these rotate, these two on the first part rotate, but you do have a flat platform to get to. When you land here, you're going to have these two show up and try and shoot you. Kill them quick because they start to hurt. And here's where you can kind of take a second and catch your breath. You've made some progress. Now, the only problem is if you die, you literally start outside and you have to do the whole thing again. So hence why I say be careful. Now, all three of these rotate. This one does, this one does, this one does. A lot of them do at this point until you get to a flat platform. But you can actually go straight ahead to this one up ahead, and then you've got your final three that rotate. So these two rotate. Depends on your preference, which one's ready, which one's flat. Kind of depends. It feels like it's going to be this one right here in front of me, so I'll just wait for it. Rather be patient, see how much damage I can do on the other side. Alright, so I got a pretty flat running platform here, and then take a nice jump again. When you hit a stationary platform, more of these things spawn, be ready for them. This is why I said anything with range is important. Doing things with like an auto rifle from here, or sidearm or something small, not so effective. Pulse Scouts, I would wait 2 weeks, or at least 1 week until that patch next week. Now that's probably when I should have jumped on that one, so that kind of stinks. I was talking too much. But yeah, we're going to wait on that to rotate. If you guys are watching this live on Twitch, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can follow me on Twitch. Know when I'm working on this type of stuff, or Nightfalls, or just goofing around. Who knows what I'm doing. So we are going to try and jump ahead because it looks like this thing is flipped over, so it's at least something for me to land on. Not exactly the best. So when this thing's flipped over, should have a flat platform here. And then as this rotates to the left, you gotta find a way to land on this one at kind of a funky angle. Kind of work towards the front edge. It's not the best rotation, but it'll work. Land here, and then this is literally going to be the final platform, so you kind of got to be ready. So the Shriekers will spawn. Phalanx will also spawn, so watch for those. They're going to be annoying. And the biggest thing you've got to watch for, and this is why I said the Phalanx will want to blast you off the edge. Now once he is down, the big knight is your target. So, we're going to try and smash him. Try not to get smashed. One shot? Just straight up one shot. Well, that's cute. Well, let's see how fast I can run this thing, because I'm in the back. By the way, heads up, if you get blasted all the way back here, unless there's platforms in here that would help me go up, you actually can land up on this little thing here. Well, I did it earlier. Try this right here. Land on the actual candlestick. And then up on the bridge. And then you can run your way in. Saves you a little bit of going around. So, as time is going to be of the essence, let's see how long that took to get there. I have 19 minutes. Not a terrible video so far. 11 minutes of exploration. I didn't ever actually get the chest, so sure. I mean, if you're missing any ammo, this might be a reasonable place to get it. Hey, Edge Transit, something I've never seen before. Shocking. Alright, so now guess what? You get to practice your run. Now, most things should be dead at this point, so it's just pretty much a straight shot. But you do have some ground to cover. I take that back. Everything's going to be alive again. So you got to do it all over. So that's why dying kind of sucks. Now, I don't know why that dude just one-shot me unless it was just a direct hit. But I'm going to see if I can find the most efficient route through this thing at this point. I'm trying not to get blasted too bad by a sniper. I would kill most of the snipers, honestly, just because they're going to be shooting you for a while from range. And you don't really want to have to deal with them. And if you get launched in the air, try not to lose your composure. Well, this is going to be a fun double run. Hopefully you guys enjoy seeing something twice. At least you'll get better practice at knowing what's coming. Optimism of failing, but you know. This is why I would probably not advise doing this thing solo. It's not going to be the easiest one this week. The way all this stuff is built, the way that little platform is going to be painful. It's not going to be a simple solo. But we are going to try and do this one because that's what you guys come for, so hopefully this one works out. Rampage. Come on. Now the knights are still walking up behind me, so remember, don't sit still for long. Hobgoblin over here. Ow. And work our way through. Got like phase 1. Now at this point you can kind of start doing some running. I don't think they're in overly aggressive mode yet because you've got some time to kill. But you will start to see some thrall. As most of these guys are melee, again, none of them are really what I would call required. Because you're going to get to a point where you're going to jump, they're not going to be an issue, and you can just skip them. Now these guys I probably would shoot from range, just so you don't get blasted off a platform. If those guys are down, you're probably alright. If you take a second in between platforms, that'll be good, but the knights are going to be up here and angry. So as they go around the outside, go straight up the middle. And excuse me for that, but let's keep going. Now again, remember as you climb the stairs, you're going to have a couple of these things to shoot. And then just keep going. Watch the blasters. Also watch your radar for the knights coming up behind you. Making life really fun. Got some Shadow Thrall coming in. And again, those are not required. If you feel like you can manage the jumps around them and just keep moving, you're probably going to be okay. Here again, if you can get over to this little rock, you're going to be relatively safe for about 2 seconds. Try not to get blasted too far. I usually like to clear the tree and then keep going. So they're going to press you. The knights are going to press you up this entire staircase. But as it is all melee, guys, just don't stand in one spot for very long and you're probably going to be alright. Finally get to this platform. See what your jumps look like. See what looks safe. I'm not saying this is remotely safe at all, but we're going to go ahead and make it work. And jump to static platform number 1. Now the lights are gone, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Alright. And there goes my heavy ammo falling down. That one is on full rotation. We've got a little bit of time. I'm going to have to basically figure out how to manage Shriekers up top, which is unfortunate, but then also the Knight. Now I can be standing above the Knight, but then the Shriekers above me tend to be a bit of annoyance, and they keep spawning. So it's kind of like manage the Knight, do some damage from range, keep moving around, and try and stay in cover. Okay, I'm just going to use this one because it is completely flat right now, so bounce off of this and then come over here to the big flat one. There we go. And again, 3 rotating platforms. This one turning while this one flattens out. And then not the best, but again, you kind of have this weird backside section that you can kind of use. And then this flat platform here. The ads will work on spawning in, but the Shriekers are going to be your major problem. Now if I can actually stand up here and work the guys down, this may work. Now I can't even see a health bar on this guy. The Watchful Disapprove. This is why this part sucks. Alright, so if he slammed, try and get a couple shots and move around. I don't know if the Watchful are just like always there or what. Where's Ugly? Where's that damn... Oh, he spawns in and out. There you go, you're going to have some ads. And again, this may just be like do damage, move around. Try not to tick off the Shriekers from above because they just apparently watch. Stay in cover. Try not to look at them too long. It's like don't look at them, you'll make them angry. Get out your shotgun if you can get them to slam a little bit. Get some shots in and move. You probably will vaporize out. You're probably going to have some more ads and thrall. As long as we don't have things, well, that's effective. Just keep walking into my bullets. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to try and get my rampage shots on him right now. So far, the Shriekers aren't too much of an annoyance. Just stay in cover. He's going to teleport out. My only advice, probably don't stand in the same spot you were the entire time. That's going to probably get you killed. Oh, nope, he's back. Ow, ow, ow. Couple of these guys on melee. Now let's see what I can do with my sniper. Now, be careful. Now we got phalanx coming in. Now if you get to this point where he's about down to a third, it looks like they're going to spawn a lot of adds on you, so just be careful about it. Apparently he's kind of behind me, so that wasn't cool at all. Watch for the phalanx. They will blast you, or at least want to try. So kill those quick. Keep moving. I can't even get a shot on him. Almost done. So apparently the shriekers you don't want to shoot. They're just going to be up there staring at you. Just try not to stay in line of sight of them for too long. Apparently the knight is real slow. And he is down. So that's a wrap. Sweet. All done. So I hope that one helps you guys out. Again, don't shoot the shriekers. Apparently they're just going to stare at you and be eyes. So you can watch those. We're going to go ahead and open this thing, collect our loot. Make sure you do that or it will not count for your weekly bounty. And please make sure you pick up your Ascendant Challenge bounty before you try and come in here. We got 10 dark fragments. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and head on out and see what's next for the week. So we're back in the Chamber of Starlight, but that is the Ascendant Challenge for the week of October 9th, and this is what I think is going to be the last Ascendant Challenge. I don't think I was high enough for the first one, so I'll do one of those next week as well. But you guys can always refer back to these depending on what it is for the week. Once I know actually what the Ascendant Challenge kind of rotation is going to be for sure, I'll reference my videos kind of in my other videos and things like that. So by name and things will hopefully help by week. But if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like below. You can follow me on Twitch or Twitter. It's Ebontis on both. Some of you guys are watching this live, so thank you for tuning in. But if you are catching this on YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, leave a comment below. Say, hey, what's up going on? And also hit that subscribe button. If you have not yet, I've got a lot more content to get to you guys. So thank you again for the support. The channel growth has been amazing and kind of humbling on my part. So thank you all for the support, and I will keep the work going. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will get this video out to you guys in a little while. So have a good one, and I will see you soon.